2017 was a wild ass year. XXXTentacion was summoning demons during freestyles. Boruto had just dipped his Nepo baby toes into the anime waters, and I was under the impression that Ed Sheeran was a black man. I'm talking about some, I'm in love with this shape for you. Push it for that and I'm into. With all the hoopla going on, it was very easy for new anime to slip under people's radar. But Lil Zay kept his ear to the streets and heard about a Netflix original coming out starring Jaden Smith as the voice of the main character, a little anime called Neo Yokio. Now don't feel any type of way if you have no clue what the hell I'm talking about, because the original trailer only has 58,000 views to this day. You'd think that an anime starring the voice of Jaden Smith, aka Karate Kid, aka the son of one of the most famous actors ever, would have some type of hype or noise around it. Now don't get me wrong, the show is bad, with shitty animation, incoherent story, and some very uncomfortable and uncalled for designer ad placements. But you're telling me that nobody liked anything about the show? That was very suspicious to me. So I sat down and watched Neo Yokio to find out if the show was really that horrendous, or were people hating on it for reasons deeper than it just being a bad anime. In this video, I'll be talking about the good, the bad, and the possible genius that is Neo Yokio, the Jaden Smith anime.
Warning, the following video is a ghetto anime review. Expect fatherless behavior, real shit, and possibly some titties. Viewer discretion is advised.
The story of Neo Yokio is 100% more ridiculous than you think it's about to be. We start off in the city of Neo Yokio, which is basically New York, but with demons and wizards, following Kaz Khan, our main character voiced by Jaden Smith. He's a wizard and the number 2 bachelor according to the bachelor leaderboard that sits in the middle of the city. He's also a part of a very, very wealthy family, which is why he can trickshot this Cartier watch over his shoulder from this skyscraper that has white women playing tennis at the top of it. Right now, Kaz is depressed because his ex broke up with him to go be an accountant or some shit. Mind you, the nigga has a mecha butler. If he don't fly around the city and get on some hoes like I would. Later that day, Kaz meets up with his auntie Agatha. She serves as a mission board. You said, why is she white? That's a good question. He might be adopted, they never explain it. Auntie tells Kaz that he's gotta go exercise this famous fashion blogger named Helena because her family is offering a pretty penny for it. Kaz actually has something to do tonight, but auntie don't give a fuck. The only language she speaks is that Guapanese. Now this exorcism is happening in an underwater mansion. When you first walk in past the robot butler, there's gonna be 3 girls on your left crying on the couch. These are Helena's biggest fans, and they will do anything, I mean anything, for her. This is foreshadowing. Helena's dad walks in the room looking like that one white nigga dancing on the boondocks. Kaz tries to exercise Shorty and fails. All of a sudden, the daddy heats up and kicks him out the house, dropping Kaz's rank to 7 on the bachelor leaderboard before he can even leave the driveway. This bums Kaz out so bad that he visits the grave that he built for himself. Why? Who fucking knows? That's just another thing that they never elaborate on, which you will notice is a pattern in this show. When Kaz goes back to Helena's place and knocks the demon off, we find out that Helena and Kaz used to be a thing. So when Helena finds out Kaz got dumped, she's like, shit, I guess it's my turn. Later that night, Kaz beats Archangelo in a field hockey match, boosting him to the number 1 bachelor spot and concluding episode 1. Pretty calm so far, right? Episode 2 turns the heat up to about a 5. Starting with Kaz sitting courtside at a Neo Yokio Knickerbockers game. Knickerbockers? That's gotta be racist. They got my nigga blushing on the Jumbotron and shit. We lit. The blue-haired woman who was singing the national anthem comes and sits right next to my boy Kaz. She trying to see what that number 1 bachelor meat hitting on. So she asks Kaz to be her date to this high society event called the Black and White Ball happening later this week. Naturally, Kaz declines because he's already going with Helena. Duh. Tell me why during the timeout they put the kiss cam on Kaz and this lady, making the crowd go nuts. Apparently she's the number 1 pop star right now, so this is like a big deal. She gives him a little peck on the cheek and his nose starts bleeding. Man, I guess. Sometime the next day, Kaz is chilling with his homies Noel Miller and Baby Chief Do It. They tell him that his little peck from last night is going viral on IG right now, and that his date might find out. But Kaz doesn't care because Auntie Agatha just put up in a big body phantom to give him another job. This time it's checking the ball's venue for demons. Fun fact, the diamond skull that Kaz has to protect is actually real and looks stunning in real life. Afterward, Kaz gives Helena a call to see if she's still going to the ball, only to find out that she done fell down the fucking stairs and cracked her head open. Are you serious, bitch? Kaz pays her a visit at the hospital, but she is not the girl from before the exorcism. She doesn't care about fashion anymore and kinda hates hates all this high society shit now, which offends Kaz, and he's like, I bet, bitch, fuck you then. I got another date anyway, and asked the pop star to go with him instead. And the pop star girl was overly going, maybe a little too excited. Even when Kaz told her that he'd be working security and not actually with her, she didn't care. And that's a little suspicious to me. Later that night, they pull up to the function, putting Kaz straight to work. He can't even get a drink around his bed. But while he's surveilling the premises, he sees Arcangelo dancing with his bitch, throwing a YVL in the binoculars. Kaz runs down there and they start arguing about old money versus new money. What? He was just dancing with your girl and you mad about when niggas got rich? Helena finally pulls up to the party and this girl is still in her hospital gown. That's cause she's crashing this hoe. Helena pulling up like this was the perfect opportunity for a demon to take the diamond skull Kaz was trying to protect, and you'll never guess who the demon is. Yes, it was the pop star the whole time. You see where thinking what your dick gets you? Escorting a demon to a high society ball. Episode 3 follows a very similar pattern as the last, with Kaz waking up to a call from Auntie Agatha, this time to discipline a group of girls from his old school who was refusing to wear their uniforms, and instead are wearing hospital gowns and bandages on their head. Surprise, surprise, it's Helena's damn fan club. At the same time, Kaz is put on another mission to expose a demon sympathizer that works at the school. I'ma keep it a buck, most of this episode was a bullshit ripoff of Scooby-Doo, so I'ma skip to the end. The demon sympathizers were the girls in Helena's fan club, because they wanted to get possessed by a demon just like she did, attempting to sacrifice Kaz in order to do it. I told y'all niggas they will do anything, even sacrifice niggas. Now episode 4 is where things take a turn for the freaky, with Kaz and his robo butler chilling by the water enjoying the views, until Kaz's ex comes jogging by. Yeah, the one he's been fucked up about the whole series. She back in the city cause her new boyfriend is racing in the Grand Prix. Weird flex, but okay. Their conversation is cut short though as Kaz blasts off to the cemetery. The nigga uncle just died, Uncle Albert. Also, nobody wants to run into their ex a week after they break up, let alone hear about your new race car driving boyfriend, bitch. While at Uncle Albert's funeral, Auntie sends Kaz to his house for an inspection because they plan on selling it, and Kaz decides to invite his knucklehead friends. When they get to the house, the first thing these buffoons do is jump straight into the pool, but it wasn't no regular pool, it was a magical pool, transforming Baby Chief into a woman and Noelle into a panda. Later that day, while they're out shopping for some new clothes because Baby Chief got titties now, Arcangelo bitch ass pulls up and asks Baby Chief to be his date to a party that's happening tonight. Apparently Kathy's gonna be there too. This gives Kaz the perfect idea of Baby Chief going to the party with him as his girlfriend. Baby Chief agrees to go along with it too. Why? For a goddamn Rolex. Look what money make a bitch do. They pull up to the party vibing and shit, but while Kaz is trying to get Kathy back, Baby Chief at the bar going crazy with some other chick. And this was not part of the plan. Can't have your fake girlfriend over there kissing other girls. So Kaz runs up and forces Baby Chief to kiss him in front of everybody. This nigga is a homosexual. Afterwards, they blow it off like nothing ever happened. And this was the point where I started to tap out of the plot. And to be honest, I don't think there ever was one. When Neo Yokio initially struck my memory, my first thought was, isn't that Jaden Smith show that was like kinda ass? Then I remembered I never even watched the show myself. The discourse around it is what even formulated that opinion in my mind in the first place. And after watching it, I do agree it was pretty bad, but not as bad as everybody was making it seem. Niggas was treating that shit like the Antichrist. There would be a major cliffhanger like, I don't know, the whole city being on fire or the bachelor board being blown up at the end of an episode, and then at the start of the next one, it's like 2 days to a week later with no explanation of what the fuck happened off screen. Niggas just solved the problem when the cameras was off. And the voice acting isn't atrocious. I think it's just a lack of connection between facial expression and vocal tone. Man, every time I go to this goddamn McDonald's, they always fucking up my McFlurries. Man, fuck y'all. I'ma come through and air this bitch out, and I'ma your granny, ho. You see how crazy that looked? But I don't know what people expected from some random musician with no animation or writing experience outside of his own songs to put out. And Ezra, the creator of the show, might not have even had an input on what studio animated his shit. Because who is willingly picking Studio Dean? After what Studio Dean did to Seven Deadly Sins, I feel like all of their budget went into Fate Stay Night and they never got any more. But who am I kidding? If Netflix came to me and offered Jaden Smith and whatever ragtag group of writers and animators they had to make my dream of making anime come true, I'm jumping at it. I'm going crazy. Speaking of going crazy, whoever's on that violin on Neo Yokio's soundtrack was going ballistics the entire show. Neo Yokio used a lot of, if not only, classical music, and it fit perfectly with the Neo Riche, Bougie, Robo Butler. Look at me, I'm rich and I'm adopted by white people. type of vibe. I would play a couple hits for y'all, but they actually use real symphonies on that hoe, and daddy gotta make that money on. But what I can show you is one of my favorite scenes. It's from episode 3, when Kaz was looking for the demon sympathizer and suspected it to be one of the teachers at the school. So he pulled up on the teacher to see what's up. The teacher then called Kaz too conservative, like the school's dress code, and Kaz is like, no, I'm not, you are. Then the teacher goes, bitch, you're literally wearing khakis right now. And Kaz rebuttals with, but it's Ralph though. Niggas will put on some bullshit and justify it with, but it's Balenciaga though. You don't get your stupid ass out of here, nigga. You do not put that shit on. Actually, take it off, get naked. I say all that to say, I give Neo Yokio a 6, maybe 7, and recommend it to anyone looking for a non-serious or coherent story they can laugh at. This is one of those shows that you watch high as fuck at like 2 a.m. eating some ice cream, which I did, the whole series. It took only about 3 hours. And before I go, y'all fucking with the Mo? Yeah, happy Movember, y'all. Take care of yourself, bro. Alright? I know it's hard. I know you're going through a lot. I know it feels weird to be vulnerable with people in your life, because when you were growing up, you were never really taught how to do that or that it was okay. Me either. Take care of yourself, my nigga. Keep doing you. Keep doing you, handsome. Alright. Alright, for real. I'm out of here.